Hey guys, Hoang here, and today we are diving into my favorite ward in the city of Tokyo. We're talking about Shibuya.
The next station is Shibuya.
Having just gotten back from Tokyo, I want to share with you why Shibuya is my favorite spot in Tokyo. If this is your first time in Shibuya, these are the top 10 things to do in Shibuya to maximize your time there.
We just made it to Shibuya.
In no particular order, here is number 10. Probably the most iconic spot in Shibuya is the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. If you've seen videos of Japan or animes featuring the city of Tokyo, odds are you've seen this world-famous crosswalk, which has been deemed the busiest crosswalk in the world. Located directly outside of Shibuya Station and in the heart of Shibuya itself, this crosswalk is always busy, and it's estimated that around 1,000 to 3,000 people cross each time the signal changes. New York's Times Square crossing only sees around 250,000 people per day. The Shibuya Scramble sees around 2.4 million people cross every single day. That's insane. I could spend all day talking about this crossing, but let's move on to number 9. Keeping it close to the Shibuya Scramble, let's move on to the Shibuya Sky. The Shibuya Sky is Tokyo's tallest observation deck at 751 feet or 229 meters tall. The observation deck is massive with glass windows for viewing all around, giving it an amazing 360-degree view. And it also has what some call the most scenic escalators in the world. There are plenty of locations as you look around the 360-degree observation deck to view the city of Tokyo. If you want the famous Shibuya Sky photo, then you can get in line for a photograph by the staff there. However, you will have to buy the image afterward, and the lines can be quite long. You do need tickets to go up the Shibuya Sky. Once you're up there, however, you can stay as long as you want, but the ticket itself does have an entrance time. The most popular time is sunset, and tickets often sell out there the day they're posted online, which is 4 weeks in advance before the date itself. The official website only takes Japanese credit cards, so if you are a foreigner, you're going to have to use a third-party app like the KKday app or the Klook app to go and book these tickets. You can go and try to purchase tickets day of, however, you're going to have to get in line, and odds are most of the major times are going to be sold out anyway, so it's much better to just book these in advance. It is quite hard to get a sunset time since third-party apps don't post the tickets for several minutes after the main site, so they may already be sold out by the time you even get a chance to buy them. A pro tip is that you can go ahead and you can book as many time slots as you want on the apps that I mentioned before, and you can keep trying to get better time slots and canceling your previous bookings. I believe you can cancel up till the day of. And as people continue to cancel, slots do free up, so it is something that you can monitor, but it's quite tough. So when I did this trying to get a sunset time slot for 6 people, I had to go and I just kept rebooking and rebooking. The first time slot that I was able to get was 3 hours before sunset, and that was not quite ideal. But over the next hour or so, I was able to get closer and closer, and I just kept rebooking and rebooking, usually about like 15 minutes to about 30 minutes at a time, closer and closer. And eventually I was able to land on a time slot that was about an hour and a half before sunset. By that point, I think I had booked like 6 different time slots or something like that, and I just ended up canceling the other ones. Anyway, once you're up there, enjoy the view, lounge on the rope hammocks or on the grass, check out the light show, and just have fun. It's a really cool place to just check out the Tokyo skyline and just to be able to enjoy the views. Okay, moving on to number 8. This is Takashita Street, which is the birthplace of kawaii culture, or that cute Japanese style. The street in and of itself is not huge, but there is a lot to do here. The street is full of stores and known for its Harajuku fashion, which is defined by bright colors and bold patterns and kind of wild accessories. There is a lot of street food opportunities here and a lot of really good food. Some of the more famous stops here include the Pham Cafe. You will also see a lot of rainbow items here, like Le Shiner's famous rainbow grilled cheese, which has taken over social media, plenty of rainbow cotton candy, and the rainbow cheese coin, which mine definitely did not look like a rainbow, but whatever, I'm not bitter about it.
Wow.
I think I did it wrong.
Wow.
pencils come oozing out like crazy.
But be warned, this area is very crowded, so expect a lot of crowds here. This area is definitely a fashion staple, so if you're into fashion, definitely come prepared to buy a lot of things here. If you want to get away from the crowds, or at least the Takashita Street crowds, well, you can make your way to spot number 7, and that is the Meiji Shrine. This spot is a much more tranquil, albeit still busy, part of Shibuya, but it is a fairly large shrine that's located inside of a park. Meiji Shrine is directly across from Takashita Street, and in between is a metro station, making it very convenient to go to both. There is a really cool looking torii gate that is quite distinct from the traditional red torii gates that you would see elsewhere all over Japan. From here, taking the train back into downtown Shibuya, you'll be able to find one of the 4 main Pokemon centers in Tokyo.
Oh, we made it. The Pokemon Center.
The Pokemon centers sometimes have unique merch, so it is worth looking up in advance specific things that you may be looking for. Pokemon has become quite popular once again, and people have been flooding to these Pokemon centers to buy Pokemon merch and the latest Pokemon card packs. We waited in line over an hour to buy some Pokemon card packs because they just gotten released and it was all the rage, so we were there for it.
We're like halfway there maybe.
Obviously, if you're not into Pokemon, then this spot is a pass, but if you are into Pokemon or just passing by, don't miss the giant life-size Mewtwo at the Shibuya Pokemon Center. Okay, the next one is something that foreigners seem to like, but locals seem to hate. Number 5, we have go-karts in Shibuya. People really seem to like the idea of karting down the streets of Shibuya while wearing a Mario Kart themed onesie. And while you can't go super duper fast, as the streets of Shibuya are always crowded and there are a lot of lights, but people do really seem to enjoy this. They do cause a lot of noise pollution, and you'll see them a lot at traffic lights just kind of idling as they're waiting for the light to change, and they do cause, it's just a lot of noise. And me personally, I'm not a super huge fan of this, but I mean, people do seem to enjoy it, but again, it's mostly tourists and not locals. Moving right along to number 4, if you are looking for a place to eat, then go to Uobe for sushi. This location in Shibuya is fairly crowded, but there are a lot of seats and the line to get in moves fairly quickly, especially for smaller party sizes. Once inside, you each have your own ordering pad, and whatever you order gets delivered straight to you on a conveyor belt in front of you, and it's super efficient and keeps everything fresh.
Right.
Says Mr. Not Hungry.
Quality of the food, especially the fish, is phenomenal, and it's some of the best sushi I've ever had. Prices are extremely affordable, and in my group, our orders typically came out to around $15 to $25 per person. This is an insanely good value for the quality of sushi that you're getting here.
Pretty good fry.
This spot is a phenomenal spot to stop by, even if you're not looking for a full-on meal. If you're just walking, you're a little bit hungry, you want something to munch on, especially not during peak hours where seating is readily available. You can just go walk in, order as much or as little sushi as you want, and then go pay and leave. And it's just, I can't stress this enough, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Next, we have an icon of not only Shibuya, but of Japan. This is the Mega Don Quixote flagship store. Don Quixote is known for its affordable prices and vast range of literally everything. If you're looking for souvenirs to bring back to people, this is the spot to get it. You can also stock up on plenty of the famous Japanese Kit Kats in all of its amazing flavors here.
All these wild Kit Kat flavors, and he's got all of them. But this is the best one. Blueberry cheesecake.
If you can think of it, you can find it here at Don Quixote. I'm not going to go into all the details of the store just because it's so vast, and there's billions of videos of people going through all the aisles and everything of the store. But that being said, it's famous for a reason. This is the flagship store and you don't want to miss it. On to number 2, and for this one we have something quite unique. This is the Shibuya Sakura stage.
Okay, I found one of the spots. This is part of the new Sakura stage exhibit or area, and it's super wild. I don't think a lot of people know about it because I'm kind of like one of the only people here. So it's pretty cool. I'm taking advantage of it and just filming and taking tons of pictures. It's pretty wild.
I have a whole section of this area in my Japan video because I spent literally hours trying to find it. And then once I did, spend more hours taking photos of it. But it's such an amazing and unique place. And I think a place that really not a lot of people know about. When I went, I probably saw around maybe 8 to 10 people pass total over the course of about an hour while I was in the area. It was not very crowded. If you're into urban photography, this is the spot to do it. Some of the iconic spots here include the pink Sakura stage stairway, the metallic escalators, and the wall of screens. Lastly, this isn't a specific spot, but a general area, because at number 1, this is wandering and shopping downtown Shibuya. This may sound generic, but I genuinely mean this. You will need time to just spend walking around the area around the Shibuya Scramble crossing. There are tons of malls and stores around the Scramble itself, and hence why the Scramble is so crowded. You wonder why this crosswalk breaks records, and that's just because this area is just so amazing. Everyone floods to it. You cannot spend enough time to do everything here. There's just simply an infinite amount of things to do and see, but make sure to take some time and spend exploring the area around Shibuya. Trust me, you won't regret it. Shibuya in and of itself is just an amazing place, and for me, I don't know why, it just felt like home. It is definitely my favorite area in Tokyo, and I highly recommend going there. What are your favorite places in Shibuya? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's it for Shibuya, but there are plenty of other amazing places in Tokyo and in Japan to go and explore. Check out my channel for more guides, and I will see you guys in the next one.